And my heroes welcome waiting
What do you say? It's happy ending time. Everybody's got a little taste of something but me. I got nothing. I'm here with nothing. Anybody listen? It's like, what am I, an echo or something? Hello? Hello? Am I talking to what? Hyperspace? Hello, it's me. Nobody listens.
Walt Disney Pictures invites you to take a special Zero to Hero look at the making of Hercules, Disney's 35th full-length animated feature.
All right, all right.
That's my soul. Trip was on a road.
Pressing up the weekend, every big opinion goes.
Drawing its story from a mythical muscle man, Hercules is an over-the-top comedy with a unique place in the history of Disney animation.
The first Disney feature really that's based on mythology rather than fairy tales or folk tales.
What do you know?
The story follows the amazing journeys of Hercules as he grows from a boy to a young man, battles the forces of evil, and along the way learns what it takes to be a real hero.
He was a god, son of Zeus.
Look how cute he is. Thank you, thank you.
And he was basically, he came to the earth, which made him mortal, and he can't return to Mount Olympus unless he proves himself a true hero.
Isn't that too nutty? I think he starts out the movie really wanting to be a hero just for the sort of, the glamour of it all.
I'm an action figure.
And he sort of discovers, through beating up, huge monsters that what a true hero is.
By creating hit movies like The Little Mermaid and Aladdin, directors John Musker and Ron Clements helped usher in a new generation of Disney animation. Now, these talented filmmakers are updating the legend of Hercules with their own outrageous brand of humor.
Yes, thank you for the info.
We call this thing sort of an epic comedy. So playing comedy against people's expectations of Greek mythology, which are often kind of stuffy or something academic, and we tried to make it very contemporary and accessible.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
John Musker and Ron Clements, our directors and writers, are the funniest people I've ever worked with.
Yeah?
And certainly their signature is that kind of zany, irreverent, anachronistic comedy.
Music plays an important part in every Disney film. The genius of 8-time Academy Award-winning composer Alan Menken and Tony Award-winning lyricist David Zippel give Hercules a knockout soundtrack.
I aim in each score to write a score that has its own personality. And in the case of Hercules, it's the combination of the gospel and R&B mixed with this heroic classical theme, and that really makes up the spirit of Hercules.
It was decided early on that the gospel-belting muses would play an important role in telling this larger-than-life tale.
In some way, gospel really fit this movie because it's so big, and it's about hope, and it's about dreams.
They're harmonizing, they blend perfectly, and they are hitting notes that are in the stratosphere.
I think they use as guideposts to kind of keep the story in focus and keep it going along smoothly. The music is R&B, gospel, and it rocks.
Musker, Clements, and the rest of their creative team work out the characters and scenes ahead of time in lively story-pitch sessions.
Right behind you, kid. Ooh, I'm way behind you, kid.
Once the story is completed, actors perform voiceovers, adding yet another dimension to the characters.
I'm right behind you, kid. I'm way behind you, kid.
The Olympian cast includes the talents of Tate Donovan as the legendary Hercules.
He interested me because I'm famous.
Danny DeVito as his half-goat, half-man hero trainer, Philoctetes.
Alert! Trouble!
Susan Egan as Meg, Herc's Grecian heartthrob.
So,
They give you a name along with all those rippling pectorals.
To ask you a question,
James Woods as the hot-headed Hades, Lord of the Underworld.
everybody knows it's working if we're all laughing. If we're laughing, it's working, and if we're not laughing, then let's think of something better.
And Hades' stumbling, bumbling sidekicks Pain and Panic are given hilarious treatment by Bobcat Goldthwait and Matt Frewer.
Pain! Oh! And panic! Reporting for duty!
Son, Rip Torn plays Herc's mighty yet lovable father, Zeus.
It's a turn mortal.
Paul Schaefer lends his hip persona to Zeus's merry messenger, Hermes.
We're a little low on nectar. Bacchus got here early.
Long ago,
And Charlton Heston's lofty narration helps set the stage for comic relief.
powerful gods and extraordinary heroes.
He's making the story sound like some Greek tragedy. Lighten up.
Once the voicing is completed, the handiwork of the animators takes center stage.
My favorite part of the game.
There's a voice and a drawing. I want the two to combine nicely. With James Woods, it was so funny. He was like really emoting, jumping around. You have the voice of a siren. When I went back to the studio, the design that sort of took on his features.
If we're trying to come up with a character that's defined mostly by an emotion that comes from his name,
Oh my God!
you could see that in his eyes, and then just build the rest of it from that particular emotion.
Known for such memorable villains as Scar in The Lion King and Jafar in Aladdin, veteran Disney animator Andreas Deja takes on a new challenge as the artistic muscle behind the film's bigger-than-life hero, Hercules.
And I thought, what about a hero? I've been critical of some of our hero characters in the past, and maybe I can put my pencil where my mouth was and just animate.
This is great!
With Tate Donovan's voice, it just gave me a good springboard because he's a very, very good actor, very lively, and there's an energy and a sort of a naive quality in Hercules which we found through time.
Working with the talented Disney team is renowned British political satirist and artist Gerald Scarfe, designer of the avant-garde film Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Well, I'm called a design consultant, and Ron and John, the two directors, seem to want to get my kind of look into the movie, the way that I draw and the characters that I have. They seem to want to try and infuse that into the movie as much as is possible.
Scarfe's influence as artistic advisor helped set Hercules apart from other Disney films.
Gerald Scarfe's style demanded being bold and simple and not fussy with details.
It's such a departure from what we've done previously in terms of the styling.
I think this, more than any of our recent Disney films, really moves forward and really shows a whole different world, a whole different look.
Nice work! Excelente!
Always at the forefront of entertainment technology, Disney animators combine traditional animation techniques with the latest in computer-generated imagery. CGI wizard Roger Gould explains how the two creative approaches work together.
Over the last 10 years, the studio has been using computers more and more in each film to do that thing that we couldn't do before. The Hydra, which is a great mythological monster, that you slice off a head and it regenerates and it becomes more and more horrible and ferocious. And they said, now, previous depictions, we've seen 3 Hydra heads or 6 or 9, but could we do 30?
Holy hera!
The Hydra is a particular challenge and a natural for the computer. Since we didn't want to draw a 30-headed Hydra, we can duplicate aspects of it.
Will you forget the head slicing thing?
But it is quite a challenge to organize it and animate it in a way that doesn't look like duplication.
So, what do you call that thing?
Definitely not good!
Although the Hydra presented the greatest challenge, the Disney CGI team looked for other ways to take audiences to new heights.
We have Olympus, which is the city that's not simply built in the clouds, it's actually a city made of cloud. And the directors wanted some way to realize that. So by using morphing, we were able to take a very small number of paintings, like 2 or 3 paintings, and actually have the computer create the animation that goes between them. So we suddenly can have Hercules' crib rising up out of the clouds.
The results are nothing short of spectacular visuals and powerful storytelling. More than 700 artists, animators, and technicians will eventually contribute to this Herculean effort.
We really embrace the art form and don't take ourselves too seriously.
So how do you make a great animated comedy that takes over 3 years to produce?
2 words.
Keep it fun.
We
dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say, John?
Thanks for everything, Herc. It's been a real slice.
Once again, I have to skip the music video of this because it's dubbed in Spanish once again. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip the music video because of that reason, being the music video being dubbed in Spanish for some odd reason there. So we're just going to go on and skip it in this normal closing video to this tape. So yeah.